The Netflix post-apocalyptic dystopian drama comes as a very fascinating and interesting show. However, what makes it very fascinating is the drama and behind the scenes. In this video, we bring to you some of the very interesting stories, facts, and moments that happened behind the scenes of this absorbing show. Stay tuned. First, each train set included practical vibrations. To make the analog sets even more realistic, gimbals and airbags were used to mimic the movement of the train. Actors could react to the level of turbulence needed for each scene, and the director could turn up the control of the level of shake if they needed a bigger or smaller effect. Viewers should pay special attention to the vibrations throughout the train, since even the small effect was used to create the stark sense of a class divide. According to special effects supervisor Chuck DeRosier, the ride is smoother as the characters go up the train. The idea is that they have dampening systems in place that can control how much vibration is brought across, which leads to a calmer ride. It's like the difference between a jalopy and a BMW. Next, behind the scenes, several train cars were built in real life. While the Snowpiercer crew undoubtedly used some computerized effects, many of the cars in the show were physically constructed as sets, such as the first class cars, the tail car, and the night car. Production designer Barry Robinson wanted everything to be as analog as possible and custom ordered nearly every detail, including the drapes and furniture. After sitting down to conceptualize the Snowpiercer, they constructed 20 different cars in various sizes. Some of the cars were fixed sets, while others changed as needed. Due to Robinson's experience in the rapid-paced world of daytime soap operas, he and his team were able to build the cars in just under 6 weeks. Next, Jennifer Connelly helped develop Melanie's story. As the head of hospitality, Melanie Cavill is both discreet and swift in her dealings with inconveniences aboard the train. However, fans quickly learn that she vacillates between being a head steward and, unbeknownst to the passengers, an MIT-educated engineer who controls the train itself. In accepting the role, Jennifer Connelly said she was intrigued by Melanie's character and wanted to learn more about her motivations. She worked with showrunner Graham Manson to develop the character, even giving Melanie some of her own backstories. "I think she's a surprising character," Connelly said in an interview. "I thought she was quite a challenging character at times, and she has an interesting journey. I think she certainly is fighting for something that she really believes in, and I think that she believes that it's the right thing and that the ultimate goal that she's fighting for is really important and worthwhile." Now, the colors were an important visual detail. The designers worked hard to establish completely separate worlds between the class sections. According to showrunner Graham Manson, the tail is a jail, the third class is the working class, the second class is a professional class, the first class has it all. As you move up the train, everything changes, like the design and sound, as well as the condition of the people and the amount of plenty. Color became a very important aspect of each set, making the tail car dark and monochrome to convey oppression, while the first class car is glossy and bright to signify opulence. Even the number and size of the windows in each car correlates to the experience of the class and points towards the vastly different experiences aboard the Snowpiercer. Up next, Diggs playing Andre Layton was a fun challenge. Diggs, who is also known for his work in Disney's Hamilton, proclaimed his love for detective fiction. While filming Snowpiercer, Diggs admitted that he had the Columbo box set with him and that he would watch it between shoots. Although Diggs is a big fan of detective stories, he noted that conveying emotion, one of his natural strong suits, was not necessarily an advantage while playing a hard-nosed homicide investigator like Andre Layton. He has a lot of guards up, and that's a function of his profession, both pre and now. All of a sudden, post-freeze, as a detective, Diggs said, "I had to make sure that I was not giving away too much, because I don't think Layton would give away too much. So that's been an interesting and fun challenge." Behind the scenes, some of the train's cars are referred to as wow sets. While the set designers wanted to use physical sets as much as possible, computerized effects were used to create some of the more visually stunning aspects of the train. The need for visual effects evolved as the scripts were developed, determining where to add computer-generated effects as the characters' actions were established. For cars such as the aquarium and the cattle car, showrunner Graham Manson referred to them as wow sets because they were meant to wow the audience with their fantastical design. In reality, the actors worked in front of a blue screen before the visual effects were added. Did you know fans could contribute to the train design? Well, now you know. At 1,001 cars long, the Snowpiercer crew would be hard-pressed to design every segment of the train themselves. Instead, they've invited the fans to contribute and immerse themselves further into the world of the train. Once accepted, the designs are incorporated into either first, second, or third class on the Wilford Industries website. Winning designs include modular second-class living quarters, an Art Nouveau dining car, and a glass camping car, to name a few. Fans who want to put their skills to the test can download a template and submit their design to Wilford Industries. Next, construction construction of a show's setting was done within 5.5 weeks. Fascinating. Robinson marvels that he and his team constructed it all in just 5.5 weeks. It's not a lot of time, he says, adding that his background in the quick turnaround universe of daytime soap operas served as a prime boot camp. But between the network and the studio and the creatives on the team, we really worked together quickly and efficiently. I still can't believe we got it all done. Still, he didn't truly enjoy the fruits of his intense labor until a special visitor dropped by the set midway through production. Bong-Joon Ho came to see the train and was very complimentary, he says. That's the ultimate, no question about it. The original pilot actually never aired on TV. Due to network drama and major personnel changes, 2020 Snowpiercer faced an uphill battle before finally making its way onto the small screen. Snowpiercer was in development with TNT for over 3 years. It faced numerous issues with production delays, which arose from creative differences between the channel and the creators. It remained in creative purgatory until around May 2019, when it was announced that the series would air on TBS instead of TNT in 2020. At that time, it had already been renewed for a second season, but in September of 2019, the plan to change networks was reversed. Bong-Joon Ho was listed as an executive producer on the Snowpiercer TV series alongside Marty Adelstein and Josh Friedman. TNT's showrunner was Friedman, and the pilot was directed by Scott Derrickson. The original showrunner, Josh Friedman, wrote a pilot that was well-liked but was supposedly more action-packed like the movie. Due to creative differences with the network, the original pilot and the showrunner himself were scrapped from the project. Once Friedman and his original pilot were removed, director Scott Derrickson declined to reshoot the pilot, stating that Friedman's script for the pilot was the best I've ever read. The feature-length pilot I made from that script may be my best work. According to Graham Manson, nearly nothing is left from the original pilot outside of one scene. Rewriting and reshooting resulted in a year-long delay in the show's release, which was ultimately in production for over 3 years. Snowpiercer's bug bars were given out at Comic-Con. You may remember that passengers on Snowpiercer were given bars made from ground-up insects as part of their food rations. To promote the first season of Snowpiercer at San Diego Comic-Con, insect protein bars were created, mimicking those from the show. The bars were available throughout the weekend in the exhibition hall via special vending machines where fans would have to enter their email address to receive one. Next, Snowpiercer's train took nearly 3 days to design. Snowpiercer's production designer, Barry Robinson, discussed in an interview with Architectural Digest how he brought the 1001 carriage locomotive to life. Despite the train's appearance in the 2013 film, Robinson gave the TV version his own identity. He drew the train on a very long piece of paper, which took him around 3 days to complete. A design team in Vancouver was tasked with constructing 20 out of the 1001 carriages of various sizes across 4 sound stages. TNT had specified that the train should be as convincing as possible while not veering too far into science fiction. The construction of each of the carriages to reflect different social classes took less than 6 weeks to finish. The design was approved by the series producer Bong-Joon Ho. And that'll be all for today. Thanks for watching.